We are at Dhaka, capital of Bangladesh, and Dhaka airport, and we're going to take a leisurely cruise around the main rivers surrounding this large city. Pre-flight checks are done, everything's good. We'll break off. 40 knots, right rudder, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, rotating 6 degrees, there it is, and we climb away, flaps up, gear up. We expect to get to about 500 feet and 200 knots, but already 250 and 500 feet. Mike India Golf 1.
Dhaka Tower MiG-007 continue for north departure.
Just beautiful colours. Mike India Golf 1.
Dhaka Tower MiG-007 frequency change.
Okay, so we're heading north. We want to do a 180 degree turn, which I'll do here. I should expect to come back over that purple and pink building, I think. And around we go. Heading through east, and there's the airport again. Beautiful. So especially in these faster aircraft, I always like to come back over the airport and head off to the first waypoint, because that kind of puts us on the right track. Pull the map up while we're doing that, while we're cruising in here. Here it comes, loading in the waypoints. There they are, beautiful. So it's a counterclockwise circle. Waypoint 1 in the middle of the city, 2 and 3 down the bottom on the river, 4 is textile plant on the river, and 4 and 5 are pretty much a straight line back to the airport. So it's pretty simple. Go south, follow the river up to the east, and then back to the west to land. Great. Look at those great colours. Okay, let's make sure we're on track. So, for visual reference, so we're just south of the airport now, and there's this river kind of widens out, and that runs pretty much north-south, at least at this point. So this gets us kind of onto track, but as usual, we can check out location. Let's zoom in and go tracking mode. There we go. Awesome. So I'll be a little bit left of track at the moment. Anyway, gives us a great opportunity to check out what's happening in downtown Dhaka. Quite a lot by the look of it. Lots of buildings. Okay, turning back onto track. Let's check the map. Right. 180 degrees, 180. Should have turned a bit earlier, but close enough for government work, is what they say. There we go. There's a lot happening down here. Afternoon sun, it's about 15:43 hours. So the sun's setting in the west. So I'll actually look at the east, less glare, and you can see more colours. And we're just sitting around 500 feet. Coming up to the first turn point, which is a bridge, so let's swing over and see if we can spot it. There it is. And we just veer slightly left at that point. Keep going left, you can't miss it. As Yosemite Sam used to say back in the day. I wonder what that complex is. It's interesting. So I mean, you could fly around the city this size about 50 times, and each time just try to spot a couple of new things that you've looked up on Bing Maps. So that was a bridge, and next waypoint will be a bridge on this river. Let's see how close we are. Yeah, pretty close. No scale on that map. But there's plenty of third-party maps you can get for this thing which do have scales on them. And I'm looking at one now. It tells me we are 4 miles from the next turn point. Gorgeous colours there. Here's a bridge coming up right on cue. Let's just drop down a bit. And we're just following the river around to the left at that point. Just do a fast pass on this shoreline because why not? There's that bridge. I'm sure that was annoying. Okay. Look at the colours, so nice. And there's our next bridge, just visible, right off the nose. Yeah, look at that. And keep following the river. So once again come slightly left. Yeah. For example, I wonder what that complex is. So after the flight, probably look it up, and each time you come around you learn a little bit more about the place that we're flying in. Which makes this a ever-evolving journey. Also, next time I fly around I won't even need to refer to the map because I'll know where the bridges are and where the river's going. and I can spend more time looking out the window, taking in the wonderful view. Okay. So next, I think, is the textile factories on the left, which are startling saffron colours, which you'll see. I'm actually going to get to the right-hand side of the river, so we can do a nice turn over the factories when we get there. Still about 8 miles away. Just taking it easy today. Sitting around 1,000 feet. Sporting the high-vis colours of the Royal Australian Air Force's roulette aerobatic display team, which is about all I have in common with them, is that today I've got the same paint scheme. Right, now let's climb a bit. Here we go. I can see the red popping out of the green already. So this is obviously a famous district for textile manufacture and dyes. Yeah, look at the reds popping out. At which point we turn almost directly due east. On our last leg back to the airport. Okay, look at that. Amazing. It's truly amazing. You'll rarely see that colour on any flight, actually. Let's just drop down to low level for a bit of fun. Got quite a few miles to go. Very flat here. Flying towards the sunset, of course. And when I reach this river coming up, I will climb and call the airport. Ah yes, there is a waypoint here. Just go right a bit so we can see it. Yeah, this bridge, because it's rather distinctive clearing pops out of the trees, and the road pretty much leads back to the airport. Great, let's give them a call. Which airport is it? Got to look it up. It is Zia. Oh, alternate name is that long-winded one. Mike India Golf 3. Mike India Golf 3.
Dhaka Tower MiG-007 is 5 miles east, 1,600 feet with Sierra to land. MiG-007 Dhaka Tower. Altimeter 29 or decimal 9 or 2 and 270 and 27.
Mike India Golf 1. Mike India Golf 1.
Cleared to land runway 32 MiG 007.
So that confusion was because its airport is listed as ZIA, ZZIA, also has RUT, I forget the name, very long name, and also Dhaka. So should have done a bit more pre-flight prep. So runway 32, let's get that dialed in. Oops, there we go. There it is on the far side. Now let's go crosswind. Sitting right at 1,000 feet. Turning to downwind. Not much traffic around today, I've got to say. Which is okay. Right. There's the threshold back there. Pop the speed brake a bit, for a bit I mean. It's only got one setting, in or out, two settings I guess. Okay, put it back in, 200 knots, bleed off speed in the turn, hopefully, and then drop the gear. Yep, gear down, flaps 1, full flaps. Okay, 150 knots. Looking for 110 at the threshold. 135. Coming in a bit low. Let's see if I can just keep my head steady. Actually, it should be on the other side. Yep. See those landing lights? There we go. Okay. All over the place here. And too slow. Okay, go back to my usual. I've got quite a strong crosswind. The right rudder kicked in. A little bit slow. Oh no, we're not looking at the wrong number. Speed was actually good. And touchdown. Not too bad, but
007 contact ground on 121.8.
Definitely not good. Yeah, I can turn there. I can do Golf 1.
121.8 MiG 007.
Well, it was such a wonky landing. In my defence, well, there's no defence for that really, so I'll leave it at that, and see you in the next one.